A teaching strategy we often use as teachers when teaching students a new skill is to model that skill and have students follow our lead. But when it comes to technology, have you ever found yourself frustrated when trying to ask a classroom full of students to follow your every click? I'm Heather Dowd, co-author of the book Classroom Management in the Digital Age, and in this video, I'll share some teaching strategies that won't frustrate you or your students when learning a new piece of technology. When it comes to teaching a group of people, students or adults, a new piece of technology, leading them through a series of clicks just doesn't work. Inevitably, one or two people will miss something that you did and will get behind, and then we'll ask the person next to them and distract them, and then they've missed the next step, and it just ends in disaster, or at least it has for me every time. But there are some strategies you can use when introducing a new piece of technology with students that do work and that do have success and won't frustrate anyone. So I'd like to share some of those strategies in this video. So the first strategy, and my favorite, is to incorporate some exploration time. Sometimes I call it playtime. So instead of having all of the students have their devices open and follow me click by click what I'm doing, what I'll do instead is I'll share with the students how to get to where I want them to be, and then I'll set a timer. Sometimes it's only 5 minutes. It depends on what the tech tool is. Sometimes it's 10 minutes, depending on the amount of time I have. And I set a 5-minute exploration timer. And during that time, I tell students, click anywhere, you're not going to break it. See what you can learn about this app or about this website. And we're going to come back together in 5 minutes and share with each other what we've learned. Sometimes I might give them an easy task, like draw something if it's a creativity tool, like create something in 5 minutes. But often I'll just say, hey, see what you can figure out with this app and go. And I set the timer. And then at the end of that 5 minutes, I bring everybody back together, or 10 minutes, and we debrief. And then I'll have them close their device. I'll have my device projected, and I'll just ask the class, what did you learn? And then one by one, different students will say, I saw that when you click on the pointer, it does X, Y, Z. And then I might show that as that student is explaining that. And so what happens at the end of that 5 minutes and then discussion is you might not have a classroom full of experts, but what you do have is, as a class, they've pretty much figured the whole thing out. And this is my really absolute favorite way to introduce a new piece of technology. I think that it serves two purposes. One, it provides an opportunity for the students to learn the tool without being frustrated and trying to follow click by click. But number two, it also gives students a chance to do something light using that tool before you ask students to do something with some more serious thinking. So it gives them a chance to be silly with that tool, to just do whatever they feel like doing in that 5 minutes. And what I have found is then when I assign something that more related to my curriculum, and I'm asking them to do some serious thinking and to use that tool, they've got that playtime out and they can focus better. So that's my first strategy. My second strategy that I employ, sometimes with strategy one, these strategies are not mutually exclusive, is sometimes I do need to show them a couple of clicks. Like maybe there's something that I don't feel is very intuitive and I just want to show them first. In that case, I always have them shut their device or turn their device over if it's a tablet. And then I show them, make sure their eyes are on my screen, and I show, no more than a couple of things, very, very short. But I don't let them have their device open while watching me, because that's where they miss something. And so I will ask them again, turn your device over, watch me, and then I will stop what I'm doing and give them an opportunity to open their device and do exactly what I just said. And then if someone forgets, they can ask their neighbor, they can ask me, and that works really well for me when I do feel like there are some clicks, some things that I need to show, some more direct instruction with that tech tool. The third strategy that I also love using in my classroom is to identify tech experts or techxperts. And I do this in a few different ways. Sometimes I will just ask the class, let's say we're going to use GarageBand, for example. I'll say, has anyone in here used GarageBand personally before or in another class? And I'll see, who raises their hand, and I'll ask who might feel comfortable helping their fellow students with questions. And then I'll write on the board GarageBand techxperts, and I'll put those, 4 or 5 student names up there. And then we know as we do this project with GarageBand that if students have questions, along with asking me, they can also ask these 4 or 5 students. And these 4 or 5 students have agreed to be our tech experts for this project. Sometimes I do this after the exploration time. So let's say I've given them 5 minutes to plan this tool, and then I might ask, has anyone used this before? But I also might say, in this 5 minutes, did anyone feel pretty comfortable? Like you can't answer every question about it, but you feel like you could help your classmates if they had a question, and identify people that way. So a few different ways that you can use this. This strategy also, I think, serves 2 purposes. One, it saves your sanity as a teacher, so not every question has to come to you, right? Students can help each other. But more importantly, it empowers students to be, helpers in the classroom. And what I've found when I do this is students love to feel like they're contributing. And they are contributing, because often they will learn these tools better than I know them, because they're in there using them and I'm walking around and helping students with the content piece. So it really empowers them to be a leader in the classroom. So those are my 3 strategies. As I said, they are not mutually exclusive. It's not you can use one or the other or the other. Sometimes I employ all 3 with the same project. So I hope you found this video useful. If so, we have a playlist of other classroom management in the digital age videos that that might be helpful to you. We also have a lot of great free resources on our website, cmdigitalage.com. Thanks for watching.